because reselling them would be hard. Looking back, I think I responded as kindly as I could. The woman gave me a 1-star review and she wrote, "So, as I'm reselling things on Vinted for 3 years now, I gained some experience. I had some downfalls and some good moments too. So in this video, I want to share with you some mistakes I made so you don't do them too. By learning from my mistakes, you can save a lot of money and just boost your entire Vinted journey. By the way, if you find this video interesting and relatable, subscribe to my channel so you get the best content right when I upload it. So grab some snack and let's get into the video. Trying to sell the items for too high. So we all tried to sell random items for high prices just to see if someone would actually buy it. And I would say that experimenting with the price is important for your learning stage or stages, but when you are reselling the same product in a row and you experiment with the price every time, you just waste your time and it just slows the entire flow. Because if something works, if you find something that works, just stick to it and don't really, mess around. And what I would simply do is that I would put the price too high, knowing that the item is not worth that much money, and I was forced to lower the price after a few days, but this just disrupted my entire flow of sales. And I would have to almost always sell it for the price that I knew I should price the product for in the beginning. So in the end, it just wastes your time and it's probably not even worth the extra money. Another one of my mistakes that I could easily avoid, and it's something I can still do from time to time, and that is when I bought some product, something with the intention of reselling it, but I didn't do proper research before, so I didn't know if what I just bought was a complete waste of time. I remember that one time I saw a big amount of plushies on Vinted and I just thought how much money I was gonna make, because yes, you see so many plushies in one photo, and for only, it was like $20, and I offered the girl a lower price, so I don't know for how many dollars I got it now. I'll try to find it. But then when the package arrived and I listed them on Vinted and checked other people listing the same plushies for like a few dollars, and I just realized that I threw the money out of the window because reselling them would be hard. Yes, I think I paid for them like $20, so it wasn't that much money, but I still sold them for like $15 and was glad to get rid of them, because actually plushies are big and selling a big amount of them is pretty hard because you have to package it in a box and the courier companies have some limits that you have to follow. So in the end, I had to send it in like 3 packages. And like another product that I bought and it haunts me till this day are t-shirts I bought on Temu. Yes, I know that reselling things from websites like that is not right, but let's be honest, my opinion on this is that almost every product that we have is from China. And I don't think that factories for like the better companies have better conditions for their workers. Almost every company has factories in China. It's bad, but this is just simply how it is. Yes, and the t-shirts literally didn't work at all, and I only sold like one basic washed gray t-shirt, and I didn't even resell it for some profit. I resold it literally for minus $1, literally. As I said before in my videos, I used to resell Lego, and simply an original Lego doesn't sell or only sells for cheap. And I remember buying some unoriginal Lego mixed with original Lego because I always sorted out, and it just turned out that more was unoriginal than original. If you're my subscriber and you watch my videos regularly, you are probably thinking right now, why am I creating a video about Vinted when I said in my previous videos that I stopped creating content about Vinted because it wasn't really fulfilling me anymore? And yes, at that time I stopped feeling that fulfilled by creating that type of content, but when I tried other areas and created videos about them, I realized that those topics are fulfilling me even less, and I had even less to talk about. So I decided to have a little comeback and jump back on this train of Vinted content, because even the views dropped significantly, and I just think this YouTube channel is simply for Vinted and about content about Vinted. So let's continue with the video. Next mistake I made that I want to talk about here with you was when I bought a Lego that actually wasn't even such a good deal, but I still bought it because I was used to a certain percentage of profit from every like Lego that I resold. So I was, always counting with reselling it for like double the price or even more. Sometimes I even resold it for like 4 times what I paid. So yeah, sometimes the profits were really big. A lot of the Lego was unoriginal and the Lego was dirty and even the price wasn't the best. But you don't really know how much dirty the Lego is when you're buying it because everything is just simply buried and it's hard to, see it on the photos. And the mistake I made was that when it arrived, I picked it up and the woman I bought it from didn't even give me a review yet. And I listed it on Vinted literally like 1 hour after picking it up from the pickup store. And after a few minutes, I got a message from that woman and she texted me that she was very disappointed from this situation. If the text was assertive, I would probably try to understand her. But the message was unnecessarily aggressive and very rude. So I remember only texting her something that I don't see anything wrong with reselling it because she got her money and I was gonna get mine too. And that's just a fact, okay? She resold it for the price that she wanted to sell it. And I just knew that I was gonna be able to resell it for more. I know that it may sound like harsh right now or whatever, but like this is the truth. I resold tens of kilograms of Lego, so I simply knew how to make photos of it, what sells good, what doesn't, so I simply knew. This is how I was looking at it. Looking back, I think I responded as kindly as I could, and then after a few hours, the woman gave me a 1-star review and she wrote like a really long review, so I gave her a bad review too. And today the review is buried under tens and tens of 5-star reviews, so I'm not worried about other people finding it. So if I could give you one advice, or if there is something I want this video to give you, is that if you're reselling stuff from Vinted again, it is better to wait for the sellers to give you a review, and then like 90% of them will never even check your profile again, so they will never know that you are reselling the same item on your profile for a certain price. You buy it for a certain price, you resell it for a certain price. And of course there are people who would be okay with it, but let's be honest, everybody would be pissed, even me, if they saw something they sold, for example, for $10 being sold for $15, because we would just realize there was a chance to make more money. So in our head it means we lost the money. But to fasten the process of getting the reviews, I recommend giving the reviews first, because then the people get the notification that someone gave them a review and they just tend to give it back at that time rather than to wait. Next mistake I made was texting people who put my listings to favorites if they were interested in buying the product. Because the fact is, if they would text you first or offer you a lower price, or would try to reserve it so they can buy it when they have like the money, for example. And what do you think was the outcome of these situations? It didn't really make me more money. Most of the people don't even respond, and those who do usually just text that they are not interested. So instead of doing this, I recommend just offering people lower prices, because that worked for me far better than texting them if they're interested. Sometimes the people are even rude when you ask them this, because it can be a little annoying when more people do that to one person. So I understand both sides here. I even saw a video of someone saying that instead of the usual line, "Hey, are you interested in buying this product?" it's better using line, "Hey, today I'm going to send some packages, so if you buy this product now, you will be able to get the package much faster. For example, like in 3 days you will get it." And I tried it only a few times, so I can't really compare these two lines. If you have any experience with Vinted and you want to share it with us, you can share it in the comments, and maybe one day I will create a video of me reading your Vinted experience. So see you in the next video.